Welcome to the airplane. Every time you fly, you learn something different, no matter how many years you have been in this industry. Welcome guys, I'm America Young and this is the Private Jet Flight Attendant Hub. Today I want to talk to you about visiting new countries or even new cities and not taking anything for granted. So just the other day I was in Toronto, Canada. Loved the place, it was great. There were a couple of things that I did take for granted. So one of the passengers requested some beer, a specific type of beer before we took off. So on the way to the airport, I said, hey guys, I'm just gonna drop you off at the airport. I'm just gonna run over to a liquor store here, grocery store, or even a gas station and pick up the beer. It was just simple Canadian Molson beer, right? Well, in the United States, or at least in most of the states, cities, you can just walk into whatever gas station or even the grocery store and get the beer that you need. Well, there were no grocery stores anywhere near, and I had no idea that the beer that I wanted was not, or any beer, was not available at gas stations. So I had to drive, it was only 3 miles down the road, but I'll tell you what, going through 6 miles round trip took me 1 whole hour between stoplights, traffic. It was terrible. So dropped the pilots off the airplane, they're getting everything ready. I now have to, I stopped into a gas station. I was like, hey, do you guys sell beer? They're like, no, you gotta go to the actual beer place. So drove down, found, I think it was just called Beer Store, walked in, and they had all their beer on lockdown. It wasn't like I could just walk up and, pick up what I wanted and go to the cash register. Had to wait in line. I walked up basically like a McDonald's counter, looked at the menu above, and I was like, I will take a Molson, please, in a 12-pack in bottles. And so they rang everything up, and then it came out on a conveyor belt, and I was able to get back to the airplane. But it was so unexpected for me. What I thought was going to be just this little tiny errand turned into this huge ordeal over something very simple. So when you are visiting new places, even new cities in your own country, please plan ahead. Get whatever you can the night before. And honestly, I know that there are sometimes the passengers will say last minute, truly last minute, hey, we need XYZ, can you do that? But if you are given the note of what it is that they want the night before, just do all the shopping that you need if you possibly can. Say there's too much refrigerated stuff, bring it back to the airplane. Have the FBO keep everything in the refrigerator for you. So this way you don't have to keep it in the refrigerator in your hotel room, but everything's already on the airplane. Plan ahead. On the topic of alcohol, even in the United States, there are some cities who do not allow alcohol to be purchased on Sunday morning, or some cities you can't even purchase wine or anything beyond a 3-2 beer in grocery stores. If you're in North Carolina, you can buy beer or wine at any store. If you're in Colorado, you have to go specifically to a wine store to get wine. You can't just walk into the grocery store. Maybe you're in a dry county. Do not take anything for granted and plan ahead. So if you'd like to know more just about what it takes to work a flight from beginning to end, all the steps, not just the ones that are rare or highly unlikely or just those one-off things. If you want to know from beginning to end, hey, these are the things that I should be doing the day before. This is what I should be doing the morning of. This is what I should be doing all the way through the flight, all the way through cleanup, and all the way through the end of the trip. Start with this ebook here. I have laid out everything step by step that you need to know to work a flight on a private jet. Included is even a checklist. That's something that you can print off and have with you on each flight and check off, hey, I'm doing this, until you get your rhythm. It's even something good if you are a leader on an airplane and you're going, hey, I need something for somebody, for a new person or a contractor, to make sure that they check all these boxes when they're working on one of my flights. That's an option. Or if you have an iPad and don't want to print it out, you can just scan over to this checklist and go through everything on throughout the flight to make sure that you are doing everything pretty much in order, that you are accomplishing everything that you need to, and being prepared. Preparation is the absolute key for anything with this job. So plan ahead, know where you're going, know the isms or the intricacies of that city and what is available, what isn't. Something that you take for granted that, oh my gosh, it's gonna just be super simple to get a hold of. Yeah, in just one county over, that can be a whole different story. Anyways, guys, plan ahead. Check out the ebook here, link down below as well, and I will see you on the next flight.